Hi guys, Abhishek again. So today we are going to see about auxiliary verbs. What is auxiliary verbs? Basically, auxiliary verbs are function words, a type of class which is constituted of words that have a grammatical function as opposed to content words, which are an open class of lexical words. An auxiliary verb is used to add functional or grammatical content to the information expressed by another verb. Considered by the main verb, auxiliary verbs are also called helping words. The other term of the auxiliary verbs is helping verbs, so don't get confused. In an example, I am writing a book, he has done the work. Here the am and as are the auxiliary verbs. We will be there in a minute. Would you help me with the homework? Can you open the door? Did you visit New York last holiday? Do you like chocolate? They must be there on time. Here the auxiliary words are am, as, will, would, did, do, there. So the auxiliary verbs, these are the example of the auxiliary verbs. Now we will go to the usage. What are the usage? The auxiliary verbs usage are progressive verbs. In present progressive sentences, the verb expresses action. That is, in progress as the speaker says it. I am typing is an example at present progressive. In it, the main verb is type, while the auxiliary verb be is conjugated according to the subject I. We also use past and future progressive to explain what was or will be happening when some other event occurred or will occur. He was watching TV when the phone rang. Here, was is the auxiliary that helps us understand when the main verb, that is watch, happened. We will be driving to Virginia during your party. The future progressive actually uses two auxiliary verbs, will and be, to tell us that this action, drive, takes place in the future. Now the passive voice, if you can add the phrase by a purple monster to the end of your verb phrase and still have a grammatically correct sentence, you probably using a passive voice. Like these are the examples. The chair was moved by a purple monster to the other side of the room. I was hit in the head within brackets, that is by a purple monster. In all the above sentences or the upcoming sentences, understand that by a purple monster, will it be grammatically correct? We are going to make it correct. So here it is, example. I was hit in the head and knocked unconscious. By what or by whom is the question here. So by whom? The purple monster. It has been decided within brackets by a purple monster that the play will be cancelled within brackets by a purple monster. Here by whom or where is not been exposed. There is nothing grammatically wrong with the passive voice. It is an excellent use of the verb. Be, it's just not very exciting writing or existing writing. It's more interesting to say a purple monster moved the chair across the room. A purple monster hit me on the head and knocked me out. A purple monster has decided to cancel the play, take it up with him. Perfect tenses. The perfect tenses in English explain the order of things. When we use present perfect, we are explaining what has happened up until now. Past perfect explains what had happened in the past before something else happened in the past. And future perfect tells us what will happen or what will have happened up to a certain point in the future. All the perfect tenses uses at least one auxiliary verb have. I have visited Stockholm many times. I have been to Marina Beach. I had seen many cathedrals, but none so grand as this one. The future perfect also uses will. We will have traveled to every country in the world after this trip. And the progressive perfect tenses also use be. She has been living in Sweden for 10 years. He had been touring Europe for 3 months. We will have been flying for 31 hours by the time we get home. Now the next is statements and questions. Negative statements and questions is the tagline which I want to highlight here. In many languages, changing a statement to a question is an easy way as changing your inflection or punctuation. In Spanish, for example, you can say Hela habla English, or you can ask Hela habla English. The word order does not change in English. However, the statement is she speaks English, whereas the question changes to does she speak English? English questions almost always use an auxiliary verb. negative statements in English also generally use an auxiliary verb. We can't just say they like the soup. We have to rearrange a bit, adding in the past form of the auxiliary do to say did they like the soup. Do, does, did. Do in common of forming questions and making negatives. Did is used for do and does in the past tense. Do and does is never used for the past. Tenses and rules in statements, in questions, in negative sentences. In statements, I am 21. In questions, am I in the right place? In negative sentences, I am not, I aren't. In statements, you are Indian. In questions, are you my new boss? In negative sentences, you are not, and so on. Be is equal to am is are. Be can be used as an auxiliary verb or the main verb in a sentence. Is tells us that an action is happening now or is going to happen in the future. Be is also used to make passives. Are is used for they or we. Was is used for the past tense, and am and is. Where is used by the past tense of you, we and they. Now in this tenses and rules, in statements, I do my homework. In questions, do I know you? In negative sentences, I do not, I don't. Have equal to as and had. Have is used to make the present perfect tense. It is always followed by the past participle. As is used for the third person singular. Had is used for the past tense, especially the past perfect tense. It describes an action that begins in the past and continues into a present or that occurred in the recent past. Now the tenses and rules for this is, in statements, I have a dog. In negative sentences, I have not, I haven't, or I have not. Others, like other common auxiliary verbs, are can, could, may, might, must, ought, should, and would. These are also known as modal verbs. We use them to show obligation, possibility, and necessity. Thus, this is the importance of auxiliary verbs. Hope you guys understood the introduction, usage, statements, and questions. Thank you.